Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to Queenie's Probate Roleplay. We try to do as many role plays as possible here with Elite Virtual Office and make those available to anyone that is looking to hire. At the moment, when we are doing this recording, Queenie's full, but I always like to go ahead and grab some of our ISAs in case maybe they become available again at some point in the future. If you're seeing this, just check the profile to determine if there's some availability to work with Queenie. Queenie, one of the things I've appreciated about you is you keep clients for a long time. Your clients are really good at hanging on. So you're delivering good leads. You're great to work with. I've gotten some rave reviews. So if you guys see Queenie, snatch her up really quickly because she's going to be someone good to work with. Now, with that said, I also wanted to let everyone know that this is also a bit of a coaching session. So after our role play session, I'm going to be taking some notes and I'll be able to provide some feedback so that you guys see what kind of feedback, training, and coaching we provide along with the role plays with ISAs. And without further ado, Queenie, I'm going to let you go ahead and start your role play. Just start with a ring ring, and
Sure.
we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you so much for that comment, Bruce.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start now. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Bruce?
Yep. Who's this?
Hi, Bruce. This is Queenie. I hope you're doing well.
Uh, Quenie?
Yes, Queenie. I'm working with EXP Realty, and this is Queenie. And the reason I'm calling is I received the probate records from the courthouse and noticed that you were the personal representative for John Smith's estate. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was my dad. Why?
Yeah. Do you have a quick moment for me to tell you why I'm calling?
Um, yeah, go ahead.
All right, sir. Well, Bruce, we work with families that have real estate that is being left to the heirs. And a little more specifically, we work with anyone that needs or plans to sell the real estate. So we basically help with everything from the property sale to property clean out and to maintenance and even an estate sale. If I may ask, where are you in the probate process?
Um, Not very far. You got my information how?
Yeah, well, we actually got your information from the white pages. We came across the address from the probate records in the courthouse and see that your name and number is associated with that address. So yeah, speaking of, you've mentioned that, yep, it's the estate of your father. I'm so sorry for the loss, by the way. Bruce, are there any challenges that we could take off of your shoulders right now?
No, right now I just got started a couple of weeks ago. I really don't think that I need anything at the moment.
Well, sounds like you have everything figured out at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, I think we're
Should
good.
I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, well, I just wonder, Bruce, were you thinking of, or is your family thinking of selling the real estate after probate?
Um, are you referring to the house on Main Street or something
Y-
else?
yes, it's the house at 123 Main Street. Uh-huh.
Um, I don't think we know just yet. It depends on when I talk to my siblings and my mom. It kind of depends
Mm.
on what they decide. We'll talk about it in a couple of weeks, I'd guess.
Okay. Well, we're cool with that. And as what you've mentioned, you're doing okay with the services. You don't need anything. All right. Well, just in case something would came up, you have my number, and yes, don't hesitate to call us. And I actually have my partner, Jordan Belfort, who handle offers. Is there any way someone could, is there any way he could reach you at a given time or day?
Um, well, probably not yet. It may be in a couple of weeks. He could reach out and I'll be a little bit more free. We might know what we're doing at that point.
Okay, I'll make note of that. Not a problem. So speak to you soon. Then we'll reach you out maybe after a week or two. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Have a good
All
one,
right.
Bruce.
Great.
All
Thank
right.
you. You too.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. Um,
Oh,
so there's a couple of things. So number one, um, I threw a couple of weird questions at you at strange times, because
yes.
sometimes someone, they don't always give you a question or response when you think that it might be a normal response or question, but it's not always when you think that they're going to hit you
Yeah.
with that. So I gave you the how'd you get my information after you'd sort of pitched, where normally it would come in the opening.
hmm
So it's clear that you do circle prospecting as well, or kind of a generic type of call outside of probate. So that's clear, because the white pages answer is something that is that I hear a lot on circle prospecting. With that said, even on circle prospecting, I never want to use white pages. So we got your
Oh,
information on the white pages. That's a little too, for some people, it might seem kind of creepy. So
okay.
um, we looked you up online. That seems a little bit creepy as well. Um, so I would just kind of defer to, in this case, I would defer to, hey, actually, I get that information from the courthouse. I try to reach
From the
out to
court.
anyone who's going through probate, to see if there's some area that we can help with. So I get that
Okay.
information. Hey, that's a really great question. I get that information from the courthouse. Essentially, what I want to do is just reach out to anyone that's going through probate and see if there's some sort of area that they might be stuck in that they could use some help.
hmm
You asked about the real estate. Great job asking about the real estate. And I said, is that the house on Main Street? That is what I'm going to refer to as a loose thread. So this sweater, if it had a loose thread, you could grab that thread and start to pull on it, and it might start to unravel. So I gave you a really good loose thread there by saying, are you talking about the house on Main Street? The loose thread, the clue to you could have been that maybe I have multiple houses that I've been thinking about selling. So
Oh,
if I
okay.
said, "Hey, is that the
Gotcha.
house on Main Street?" That's kind of an indication that I'm not sure which one of my multiple houses you
Right.
might be talking about. So that's where I would say, yeah, the one that I'm kind of looking at here is the one at 123 Main Street, but it sounds like maybe you have a couple of different properties. Are they all in the estate, or what's the deal with the other real estate? Okay.
Okay.
And
That's a
maybe
nice
now you're
one.
going to get me to expand on that a little bit. Good job reframing when I said I wasn't really ready. Um, Now, you probably could have dug in and sort of asked if I'd be open to an offer after I held you off. I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to be a couple of weeks. It might be a month. Hey, it sounds like maybe you guys just need to have that talk with the family. I get it. Um,
Mm.
Now, if you had your way, do you think that you think that you guys might end up selling, or would you really prefer to maybe hold on to the real estate? So now you're asking that question again, but you're tightening it in on the individual, not the family. So I had
Right.
given you an answer as though the whole family needed to decide. And that's good. I want to validate them. I want to make them feel understood. But then I want to come back maybe and ask it again, where instead of asking about the family's desire, I'm asking about that person's desire.
Mm.
Okay. And I
Okay.
might, as that person, I might say, yeah, I really don't know. Okay, I completely understand. But I might say, well, I think that we need to sell it. But again, I got to talk to my family about that. Now you know what the person that you're talking to wishes that they could do, because that
Okay.
carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Um, and then lastly, you talked about Jordan Belfort maybe reaching out and presenting an offer. I
I was
would,
thinking of a name, and
yeah,
that's the name that came up.
that's a good name. So what I would probably do is say, hey, I know you guys are a little ways off. Just so you have all the information at your disposal. Um, do you think maybe you'd be open to seeing what kind of price we could get you? That way, when you talk to your family, you guys at least know what your options are. And then I may say, yeah, I'd consider looking at a price. Okay, could you tell me a little bit about the house? So I want you to try to open that person up to dig into some kind of a potential offer or a presentation of kind of a price. And again, you're not putting too much pressure on them because they already said, they've held you off. So whatever you do, you don't want to put so much pressure on them that they push you off even more. But that's where I say, look, I know you guys aren't going to do anything yet. You're going to talk in a couple of weeks. When you do you think it might be beneficial to know what kind of price you might be able to get for the house? We could always give you an evaluation. And that way, when you do meet, you guys at least have all the facts to discuss. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And now you can arrange for some property, and you can ask some property information. You can kind of open that conversation up a little bit more and potentially set some kind of an appointment, even if the person, even if you don't know that they're planning on selling, you can still set some kind of a physical or conversation appointment for your client. And that would just have opened me up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So good call. Really good call. Okay.
Thanks so much, Bruce.
All right. And we are going to break. If you guys want to have an interview with Queenie, click the button below and request that interview. Queenie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.